In this video, I'll be showing you how to create this stitch using a 5-row repeat. This stitch is used in our brand new pattern, the Capri Crochet Shirt, which I'll link in the description below. It is a lovely open texture, perfect for summer, and has a really nice drape. We'll be using some of our 100% cotton DK yarn and a 4mm ergonomic hook. Check out the rest of our channel for more beginner-friendly crochet tutorials. For this stitch, you'll need to chain multiples of 2 plus 1. So I'm going to chain 15 as the example. So we have our 15 chains, and you will require a turning chain of 3. So there's an additional 3 chains. This stitch is worked in double crochets. So the first row we're going to work is 1 row of double crochet, and we are going to work into the first stitch. So that's the 4th chain from your hook. So work all the way along in double crochet stitches until you reach the end of the row. If you find working into the chain tricky, don't worry, you are not the only one. I still find it quite tricky to work the first row into the chain. Just take your time. Okay, we got there. So that's our first row of double crochet complete, and you want to add 3 turning chains at the end of the row, then rotate your work. So for the second row, we're actually going to chain 1, then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to skip the first stitch at the base of the turning chain, skip the second stitch, and work 1 double crochet into the 3rd stitch along. Then chain 1 and skip the next stitch, working a double crochet into the 2nd stitch along. And you can start to see how this creates little windows. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, place a double crochet into the 2nd stitch along. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, place a double crochet into the 2nd stitch along. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So chain 1, place a double crochet into not this stitch, this stitch. Chain 1, double crochet into the 2nd stitch along. Chain 1, and then for the last stitch, we're actually going to place the stitch into the chain space below. So we're not going to work it into the chain at the top of the stitch, we're going to work it into the chain space below, and this will give us a flatter edge. Okay, so that is our second row complete. You can really start to see those shapes forming now. Add 3 turning chains, plus 1. Place a double crochet into this stitch here. So we're skipping the bottom of the turning chain, we're skipping the first stitch, and we're going to place a double crochet into this stitch here. Chain 1, place another double crochet into the top of the double crochet on the row below. So you're skipping a stitch and then placing a double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, place a double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, place a double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, place a double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, place a double crochet. Chain 1. Then for the last stitch, because we don't have a double crochet below, we need to place a double crochet in the 3rd stitch up from the bottom, create our square shape. You don't have to be too exact with this, but you want to catch 2 strands of yarn like that and place a double crochet there. Then chain 3, plus 1, rotate your work, and repeat that process all the way along. So we're not working into the very first stitch at the bottom of the turning chain, we're not working into the first stitch after that, we're working into this stitch here. So you're always going to be working those window stitches into the top of the previous double crochet on the row below. Then chain an extra stitch, skip a stitch, place a double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, place a double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, place a double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, place a double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch, place a double crochet, chain one, and then again work into the third stitch up from the bottom. Can be a bit fiddly. I'm going to go there. Ooh. Okay, so now we have 4 rows of our 5-row repeat complete, and we're going to chain 3 and rotate our work. So the next row will be a full row of double crochet. However, we will need to work alternate stitches into the chain space below, into the stitch, chain space below, into the stitch, chain space below, because of these windows. So yarn over, we're going to skip the first stitch at the bottom of the turning chain and work our first stitch into the chain space below. Then work the next stitch into the second stitch along, then the next stitch into the chain space below, next stitch along, and continue like this until you reach the end of the row. And for our last stitch, we need to work 1 double crochet into these chains to create that square shape. Okay, so that is one section of our 5-row repeat, which if we were to continue would create this swatch here. I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I really hope you enjoyed the pattern. I've linked everything you need in the description below, including the pattern for the crochet shirt and the yarn and hook that was used today. See you soon.